Hi Cubers, so this is what's being sold as the Platypus Cube. That's what you got to look for if you want to buy this item. Sengso, that used to be called Shengshou, are calling it the Magic Column Cube on their box. But, like I say, it's been called the Platypus Cube. It's a fun little puzzle. There's no algorithms required. However, I've found a method we can all use if you're getting stuck or confused. I'm just going to mix this up a bit. Don't worry about the Funko Pop cube over there. He's a bit of a heckle cube.
Get out of here.
Can't stop butting in. Yeah. Think about that. Similar sort of size as a Rubik cube.
Platypus.
Fantastic colours. And what I like to do, if I'm going to solve this platypus cube, is I'll start at the top, any top. Really doesn't matter. So let's start with white for no other reason, and that's where a lot of people start. So white, we want all these pieces to be white, but of course, like this is blue, this is in the correct place. Great. So we want white and blue, yeah. And when we pick one of these centres, it's only ever going to be associated with the three colours here. So blue, green, and red. Yeah. So as you spin that around, yeah, there's only one place that this blue and white can go, which is there, or should go. So now I like to move around to the right, and now we want to find white and red. Okay, and there it is down there. So at the beginning, so we just turn this up. Now we've got the blue and the red. We move around. We want one more piece, which is going to be the white and green. Okay, so look for the white. There it is down there. And I like to move things around the bottom layer. So we're going to call this the top layer, and this is the bottom layer. This tripody piece. It's a bit slippy. Okay, so we move this white around to underneath where it needs to go, and we're going to spin it here and just take it up to the top. Yeah, take it up to the top here, and there, all the whites are in place with their red, green, and blue. Now we're going to move down to somewhere else, and hey, look, there's one in place already. You can always have a look around, and there it is, this red with this grey. So this grey and red's correct. So now we want red and purple. Okay, that's the piece we're looking for, and there it is. I can see it down there. So again, this is the bottom piece. We're going to move it along, turn it along the bottom plane because white's at the top. Yeah, turn it along the bottom, and then just spin this up. Yeah, so that's grey and red's correct. Now this red and purple's correct. Next we need green and purple. That's already in place. Now we're going to move around. Another green and orange. That's already in place. So sort of lucked in already quite a bit here. And now we need blue and orange. Yeah, but that's not correct. That's a blue. But you see that problem now is we've got blue and orange here, but we've got blue and green there. So if we put this blue and orange in the correct place, now our green and orange isn't in the correct place. So we put our green and orange back, and simply what we're going to do is I'm going to move this orange and blue, but I'm going to move it across the bottom, like I said. Yeah, white's on top. I'm going to move it along the bottom layer, so over here, leaving our green and orange in place there. I'm going to bring this bit down to here, down to the bottom. We're going to move the blue and orange up to there, and then we're going to take this back to where it needs to be. So that's maintained our green and orange, our blue and orange, and our white top still done. So we're carrying on our same thing, moving around to the right. Yeah, so we've now got the blue and orange, blue, and we need blue and grey. Okay, so we need this bit here to be blue and grey, and it's there. So we're going to move that blue and grey, literally simply swizz that round, and as we swizz that round, it's put our last red in place as well. So there we go. Now if you look from the top, you've got white, and yeah, all the reds are correct, greens and blues, and they all match up, and these pieces at the end are all grey with the reds, then purples, then greens. And then all you've now got is the bottom layer. And all you should really need to do now with the shape of this is just turn this until we get an orange. So that's purple, turn it, that's grey, turn it again, that's orange. And now that should be the whole platypus cube done. No algorithms. But it's quite a fun little puzzle. And I'll do another solve because that seemed fairly easy. It sometimes is a little bit more difficult, but something anyone could really do, and it's quite a fun little thing. Don't have to worry about learning anything, and yeah, I think it's quite enjoyable. Old platypus cube.
Hurry up already.
So we'll start with a different colour this time. Let's start with one that's got nothing. Okay, let's start with orange, just for the hell of it. So, and of course, orange is going to now be yellow, green, and blue. So we need any orange piece to come up. There's an orange piece there. We'll bring that up to the top, and there, that's blue and orange. So now let's look for another orange and green there. Twist that into its tripody bit, and up it goes. So now we need one more, which is going to be orange and yellow. Okay, so we're always looking for one of these center triangles and one of these tripody parts. So it's orange and yellow, which is here. So we're going to take that straight up, and of course that's our top little piece done. Now we're going to move down, look around to see if any are in the right place. The blues, no, that's not correct. No, none of these are in the correct place. So we can start anywhere, and let's start with this. So we'll start with green and white. So let's have a look for the green and white. And there it is there. But of course we don't want to just move that green and white over here, because we'll be knocking our orange piece out. So as I said, utilize the bottom. Yeah, orange is now our top. So we're going to take this green down and move him along the bottom, and then turn him up. So that's our first piece in place. Now we're going to go for green and purple, and it's over here. So again, okay, take it down to the bottom, and what we're doing when we take this down to the bottom is we're going to be moving our piece that we've just put in place out the way. So we move that to the bottom and move the bottom along, then we put this piece back. Yeah, so that's that green and white that we originally put in is fine. We're going to move our green and purple back up there. Now we're looking for yellow and purple, and it must be over here again. So as we turn around, it's all the way around here. Again, we're going to take that yellow to the bottom, and then move the bottom to the side. Put that piece back, that green and white back. We're going to move this under where it needs to go. And again, we're having the problem here. See, we're having a few more problems this time, is that we've got to move these out of the way. So what we're going to do is move this yellow and purple to the side along the bottom rail. Move this down. Move our yellow and purple back into where it wants to go, and move these back up. Yep, so it's just swirling these around. And now we come again, yellow, we want yellow and grey, and it's there. So we'll turn that yellow and grey around, moving around to the right as ever. We'll want blue and grey, and there's the blue and grey there. Now we're still getting used to this, that we're going to literally just move this along the bottom rail, saying that's the bottom, and this is the top, our orange. Yeah, move that along to the side there. We're going to move this piece, this space here, down to the bottom. What I'm calling the space, and we're moving the piece into the space, which is this is the piece, into where it needs to go. Now we move the piece and the space back up. Up, there you go. Now move around, I look for blue and white. And there's the blue and white there. So what we're going to do, because this piece is correct, this is our last piece to go in on the top. So we're going to move this bit, this space that we want the piece to go in, down to the bottom. We're going to move our blue and white along, then move our blue and white back up to where we want it to be. And that should be the top layer done. Our new top layer of orange with all the yellows, greens and blues. And again, yeah, coming along here, the grey end pieces, the white end pieces, and the purple end pieces are done. And now it's a case of just twizzling the bottom. And we just turn that. There we go, correct. Magic. I see why they call it a magic column cube, because that's magic. It's really fun. It's very colourful. It's light and a delight. What do you think about that, Mr. New York Comic Con Cube?
I like it. I like it.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, like and subscribe. See you next time, Cubers.
Bye-bye.